This next comic coming to the stage is very funny. He hosts a room at Gamers Hall. Give it up for J.D. Katz, everybody.
All right, how we doing, everybody? Oh my God, I am broke. The infomercial worked on me. I don't even have it. I just bought 100 dog bandanas. All right, we'll talk a little bit about what's going on in my life too. So, I don't know if anyone saw the news that big company Oracle laid off like 30,000 people over email. Everyone see that? A couple people did, and now if you didn't, now you know. Guess who got one of those emails? Exactly. But don't worry, I came out on top. I took the company's credit card. And I subscribed to every porn site I could. What are they gonna do, fire me? This is trickle economics at its best. So I did a lot of interviewing after that, and they asked you that question, tell me about a time. So I tell them about a time where my coworker, he had trouble, so I had to help him. I used he, him pronouns. I know, they were like, you're not supposed to do that anymore. I didn't know that. So they asked me for what I would use to use more gender-neutral terms. I was like, you're right, I'd actually use a more accurate term, which was useless dumbass. Thomas, that guy helped me out. Listen, I like the corporate world. I used to work in construction, which is unusual because I am Jewish, and the last Jew to work construction, you're right, man, was Jesus. That didn't work out too well for him. So we took a 2,000-year break until my grandpa got here, and then he went, there's money in Brooklyn, let's go do that. If you call someone, useless bitch, useless dumbass on the construction site, that's just how you say hello in the morning. Actually, it's what makes the bricks stronger. I don't know if you know that. So if you hear a construction site cursing and screaming, that's just building safety, okay? But if you say that to an HR person in the corporate world, you're going to get fired. But I thought, what would be like an HR report on a construction site? And this is basically how it would go. You'd go up to the foreman, you'd be like, hey, the forklift driver keeps calling me a useless dumbass, and I don't like it. And he'd be like, well, did you kill him? You can't call me that if he's dead. I was like, no, I didn't kill him. He's like, well, that's probably why I called you a useless dumbass. You gotta stand up for yourself. So I'm a Jew who's worked construction. I'm also a Jew who wrestled. That's not usual for our people either. We usually prefer ownership over playing. But wrestling is weird. Anybody else wrestle in here? One person? Cool. Okay. That's right. It's not an unusual sport. It's a weird sport, okay? Because your uniform's a 1950s bathing suit. And then you go and fight schools who also wear 1950s bathing suits. It's a weird version of Pokemon. And my wrestling coach also happened to be the special ed teacher. So we went to all the meets in the special ed bus. Yeah, tough look when you're wearing a 50s bathing suit, headgear, and a mouth guard. You come off the bus, like, I'm ready to wrestle. And they're like, sure you are, buddy. And they go to the coach and go, you're so brave for doing this for them. And he never corrected anything. My first match was rough. I got beat pretty bad. They actually invented slaughter rule after that match. My parents were always like, you don't quit anything. They were like, you can quit. I mean, actually, don't tell anyone about this. We'll get back to the things around in my life. I have a new baby cousin. Yeah. So, like I said before, I'm Jewish, and my cousin's husband is Dominican, so they made a little Jewinican. It's good for the Jews to have some outside genetics, because we've been 5'6" for 5,000 years. Like, I'm tall for the community. Like, if there was making a basketball team, I could be the center. And that's why we prefer to own over play. I'm going to get in here on this one, too. I did just turn 34. No one in class for 34, okay? No one's ever said, come to my 34th birthday party, all right? But I told my mom, I was like, Mom, I'm going to do a 34th birthday party. I'm going to go to Yellowstone National Park. And she went, oh, that's fantastic. You were conceived there. I know, right? And then she went, your dad didn't know what the hell he was doing. So if you're ever having a bad week, you ever find out the geolocation of your conception? And your dad was a bad leg? There's always a friend who puts things in perspective, right? And for me, that's my Pakistani friend. So I told him this story, and I was like, my mom, telling me the geolocation. And he goes, I know, man. My parents keep trying to set me up with my cousin. And then I went to his wedding, and I first thought, I wish I had hotter cousins. I don't know, I'm getting Katz. Thanks, everybody.